Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.
We're cooking up a storm at West Virginia Northern Community College, and this is going to be one of my favorites because I'm half Polish, half German, and I grew up on pierogies. For Christmas Eve, my grandma made them, my mom makes them now. Eventually, I'm going to be making them. And joining us, Chef Chris. Chef Chris is here again from West Virginia Northern Community College, the instructor.
How are you?
We have this, I'm doing fantastic. I'm here, always having a good time here. We have now the student. Lizzie is a student here at West Virginia Northern Community College, and you're going to be graduating in a couple years?
Couple months.
Couple months. I got that all, close enough.
Yes.
And so how did you get into the culinary world? What sparked your interest?
So I actually started off with baking with my grandma when I was younger, and then I fell in love with that. And then as I watched TV shows and fell in love with restaurants and the environment and watched chefs cook, then I decided that's what I want to do. And I love the art aspect of it too.
Okay.
She likes the stress, really, is what it is.
Do you do Instagram and stuff with all your food that you make?
I do not, but I have been wanting to kind of get that up.
Maybe we get your, because that's a goal. What's your goal? You were telling me.
I would like to eventually own my own restaurant, a fine dining restaurant.
What would you have any early names for a name?
I would like Wildflower, the Wildflower.
Wildflower.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That's a nice name.
I'm sure there's a story there somewhere, Chef. But we got to get making pierogies.
Pierogies, because this takes a while. Now, you tell us how you make the dough, just the ingredients.
So the dough is pretty simple, straightforward. You have baking powder, baking soda, some water, and very simple, very easy. This dough we already made. You mix it together, you gotta let it sit just like you do with most doughs. This has been sitting for a little bit, so Lizzie's gonna go ahead and roll it out, and we're gonna demonstrate how to make the pierogies.
Okay.
And I always call them pierogies. I know that everybody else pronounces them pierogies. I was schooled one time by a little old Polish lady about the right name, so I always call them pierogies.
Now, see, my grandma would always say pierogs.
See.
And I don't know what,
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know they taste good, they're delicious. We make them for Christmas, ahead of time for Christmas Eve, the Christmas Vigilia. That's the big Christmas Eve dinner in Poland for Polish custom. And we have a lot of pierogies every. What's great about pierogies is you can make them with a lot of different things. With potatoes, more your traditional
right, potatoes
kind.
Your traditional. You can also do savor or sweet. So,
well, you're making the sweet here.
Right, we're making the sweet. You can also make them out of dough. I mean, a German version would be ground beef and celery and onions put in there.
And pierogies are, there's a lot of different, pierogies are similar to empanadas.
Correct.
They're similar to a lot of different nationalities have their own. They're just fried dough, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to boil them first.
Okay.
And then we'll saute them.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just boil them and put them with their already sauteed onions. We're going to saute them, especially when we do the strawberry and the cottage cheese, because we want to get some of that caramelization on there, get some nice chocolate sauce across the top of it, give it a nice little.
Now, one of my favorites we call kapusta. It's sauerkraut and cabbage.
Oh,
so
that sounds good.
It's a good mixture, and that's one of my favorite pierogies that we make. But now see, my grandma's recipe says to roll out the dough the size of the kitchen table. My wife and I made it the one time. We're like, how big is your grandma's kitchen table? I'm like, I don't know. So this is a little bit smaller of a batch of dough, I guess.
Right. Yes. So you also look at how thin do you want? That's what we're looking at. Is thick and thin. Some people like thicker dough. Some people like thinner dough. But then again, like we've talked before, thinner cooks faster. Thicker takes longer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting graded on this, by the way. No pressure.
Oh, yeah. We didn't tell you about that evaluation, did I?
Oh, no, you did not.
All right, so go ahead and cut them out, Lizzie. Let's get them cut out so we can get them filled.
I'll give some input.
So
they even have machines for this, too.
That is correct. That is correct. We have a pierogi maker, your little things you push together. Depends on what we're doing. I mean, if I do 500, I'm sure it makes it a little easier. Mm-hmm. But I think a lot of us prefer to do the old school with the fork. So we'll give you a fork, Jeff, so you can put some together.
Okay. Do I need the rubber gloves to?
No, not if you're using a fork.
Okay.
You're just using a fork, so you're good.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm up to code here in the kitchen.
Lizzie's got this rolled
But
out
again,
for
what am
us.
I worried about? I'm not getting graded. Lizzie's getting graded.
Oh, I know. I'm
Okay.
All right,
not
Lizzie,
worried.
so show us how to fill these up.
Okay, so for the savory ones, you can take your
So that's some
potato.
mashed potato. You got pepper in there? A lot of pepper, I bet, right?
Yes.
These aren't instant.
No.
Well, we don't want instant mashed.
No.
My wife's biggest pet peeve, she goes somewhere to have pierogies, and they have instant potatoes. It's just ruins them. So
Oh God, that's no
Yes.
fun.
if you're going to
No.
go through all this work making pierogies,
Yeah.
make sure the potatoes are real.
Yes, and then you put a little bit of cheddar cheese, just a little bit, because you don't want that filling to push out.
Yeah.
And then you put them together, kind of like so. You want to make sure that they're sealed, so when you cook them, the filling does not push
And
out.
maybe you take the fork and is
Yeah.
that what I would be doing?
Yes, you would.
And I just crimp a little bit on the sides here like this, give it a nice
Yep.
little look to it. This thing's in my way, so I can't really do it, but you get the idea. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
And then we
All right,
just
so
throw
let's
it in the,
let's show everybody the strawberry one, Lizzie.
All right.
Because again, I've done this actually for a competition team, with a high school competition team, and the biggest compliment was from the judges afterwards. So after they tasted it, they looked at us and said, "Did you make these or buy them? Because they're really good."
Buy them?
Yeah. I was like, "Where did you buy strawberry pierogies?" But they were very impressed with them. So, and again, it shows you the versatility of what you have them for a dessert. A lot of people are like, pierogies for dessert?
as far as I know, Mr. T's wife does not make the strawberry ones.
I have not seen them on store shelves.
Nah.
But you know,
Do you
one
like
of
that
the
how I said that without naming the brand? No one will know what I'm talking about.
that's right.
Yeah.
No one know.
They'll never know.
One of the other reasons that we kind of chose to do the pierogies today is, we're coming up on Lent.
Yeah.
So, and it's meatless Fridays.
Uh-huh.
So there's a lot of people in the world, as we've discussed before, like myself, we can't eat seafood.
You can't even eat fish either.
I can't eat fish either,
Okay.
right? So this is something I do, the different things. We're trying to do some different non-meat Lent type things.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of move you out of the way here,
Okay,
Jeff, because
no problem.
we're
Just-
gonna move.
Just kick me out.
Because one of the things that we try to do too with these is we freeze them.
Yeah.
So it helps the dough stay together a little better. Yes, you could take these straight to the water, but
Now, so will you freeze them before you boil them?
that is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So again, you're sitting around at home on Sunday, everybody snowed in, nothing else to do. Have the kids help you make 3-4 dozen of them. So you're ready for whenever you need them on Friday. All right. So we're gonna throw a couple in there and boil, just kind of simmer them off, okay? Then once they come out, we're gonna sit them on a plate so we saute them, okay? Because we've got two different kinds we're gonna do here. We've got the potato and cheese and the strawberry and cottage cheese.
So they're floating the top. We know they're done?
Yeah, we're gonna get them floating a little bit, because we don't want them to blow up and become not one. We don't want that, okay?
Yeah.
So we're gonna set these back here because we'll put those in the freezer later.
Now, Lizzie, have you ever been part of the pierogi race in Pittsburgh? The Pirate Games. You ever do that?
No, I have not.
Never been asked to do that?
No.
Okay. We'll get you. Let's see if I know someone who'll get you on there.
See if you know a guy.
Sounds good.
I may know a guy.
May know a guy. Okay, so we're gonna pull these out because we need to blanch off our others.
Now the ones with potatoes, you dump them all in there, right? Or what do we?
No,
have?
I'm keeping them separate.
Oh, you're keeping them separate.
I'm keeping them separate. Yes.
One with potatoes, I would fry with butter. Were you still going to fry with butter
Yes.
the other ones?
Yes.
What about onion? You could add a little bit of onion with the potato.
The potato, we are going to add onion to
Yeah.
it. Yes, that is correct. All right, so we're going to put a little bit of onions in the bottom there, so we can start our pierogies for our potatoes.
So we're caramelizing our onions.
Caramelizing the onions
Get them
here.
nice and sweet. Good flip. Lizzie, can you do a flip like that?
Come on, Lizzie,
I
you
wanna
can do it.
show-
Come on,
show your
step
flip.
in there.
I want to see your flip. I'm going to grade you. Oh, look at that. Oh, no onions. There's a little butter that's splattered here. Now, I want to do my flip. You wanna
All
see
right.
my flip?
I think you can do it.
May not be any onions left. It's like a fish out of water. Sorry. I
That's all good.
apologize. I don't have
And
the
you
flip
were
on
on,
the wrist.
come on.
This is why you need to go to West Virginia Northern to learn these things.
Yes.
Honestly, the easiest way, and I tell students all the time, the easiest way is sit on your couch while you're watching TV and flip an SOS back.
You told me that. You told me.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to teach yourself. So, but Lent's one of those things that, from a restaurateur standpoint, you have to evolved to. You have to understand, you have to prepare for that because so many of your guests coming in want that.
And I also think you're competing in a weird way with all the fish fries.
In a weird way, you are, yes.
Yeah.
So, that's why most restaurants won't have like a fish sandwich. They'll have an upscale fish sandwich.
Yeah,
or something different. Right.
Yeah.
You're looking for that different niche.
Yeah.
That's what you're looking for, okay? All right, so we've got this.
You sure that's not a strawberry one? I thought that was a strawberry poking through there.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how good Chef is today.
Chef Chris may get the failing grade.
You're right. That might. So if you look on here, we're starting to get some of that caramelization, some of the brown around there. That's what we want.
And pierogies are very big in this area. Pittsburgh, pierogies big.
Yes.
Cleveland, very big on pierogies.
And if you look at where those particular communities descended from, where do they descend from? They're Eastern European countries. Eastern European countries, that's correct.
You know what would go good with this, Liz? Nice big tall glass of Guinness.
Oh. I can't say that.
She can't talk about that yet.
Oh, you're not of age yet?
No.
No,
okay.
Well,
in Ireland you would be.
Yeah.
Yes.
In Canada, she would be.
Yeah, you need to just go to Ireland. And, if you ever go to Ireland, I was at the Ireland, Dublin, the Guinness tour, and they let you pour. They show you how to pour a Guinness, and they let you pour one.
Did you do the right pour? Did you get
I did. I did. My pour was better than the flip, but I couldn't. Some of those, you go to those pubs over there, and they're making shamrocks in your. It's almost like latte art in the top of your Guinness.
That's pretty cool.
Chef Chris is rolling his eyes on the latte art.
What, you don't like the latte art?
I'm not a coffee fan. I'm not a latte fan. So unfortunately, I am not. So
it's all about the Instagram. It's all about the gram.
So I'm hearing. All right, so we're going to put this on there and get that rolling. And I'm going to use my tongs.
I got a fork still.
You and
I've been
your
holding this fork the whole episode after the. I don't know why. Ooh, what is that? That's kind of. What is that thing?
It holds the cutting board in place.
Oh,
So it doesn't
those
slip inside
are
and
fancy.
They are.
Does it have a special name to it?
No, it's produced by a company called Mercer, so you can
thought
buy them on Amazon.
I'm
Or
disappointed.
you can buy
It's
everything
gonna have
else.
a fancy name onto it.
No, it doesn't. I call it the
Okay.
X. We have one because
The X.
Yeah, because again, you don't want your cutting board sliding around. So
No,
you do
I
things
like that. Yeah.
do things to stop that. All right, so we got to. What do we always have to have when we have a saute? What's the first thing we have to have?
We want it to be hot.
Right, we want
Not
the pan
too
to be hot.
Not too hot. We don't want
Right.
like the fire going here.
Right.
We want it to be hot. We don't want to put it in cold butter. You know who told me that? Lizzie told me that.
See, there you go. Look, you get your pop.
Yep.
That means I want bigger pops.
Snap,
so
crackle, pop, she told me. She said, just like
Snap,
the cereal.
Wait a minute, does she know what that cereal is? She's not that old.
Oh, you know what Rice Krispies is, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Rice Krispie treats.
What's your favorite cereal, though?
You know, as a kid, I don't eat cereal a whole lot anymore, but as a kid, it used to be Fruity Pebbles.
Really?
Fruity Pebbles are awesome.
Yeah, but it would give me that weird coating in the top of your mouth.
That's true. Yeah.
So what's your favorite cereal?
Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops.
Mhm.
Okay.
That was my favorite. I like the
Chef
crunch.
Chris.
Now that I'm older, my favorite cereal is Grape Nuts.
Okay.
But as a kid, it was probably Tony Tiger.
Tony?
Tony Tiger. It was
Tony Tiger,
Tony.
Frosted Flakes.
It was Frosted Flakes.
Okay.
I mean, when you got the actual Tony Tiger, that was an up day.
Grape nuts. I never understood grape nuts. They're not grapes. They're not nuts. What the heck are they?
They're just hard pieces of healthy food for you.
Yeah, why are they called grape nuts?
I don't know.
I was disappointed. I was expecting grapes and nuts, and I got.
No, there are no grapes involved.
I get
A
little-
lot of nuts, no
Yeah.
grapes.
Yeah, I used to like. What's the one of the marshmallows too?
Lucky Charms?
Lucky Charms.
Charms, oh yeah.
Yeah, you could just get the marshmallows and not even eat the cereal. That's the best part right there.
Yeah.
That's what you want on a nice pierogi. You want a nice golden brown. You don't want it too hard, crisp. Sometimes I like mine a little. I don't like them crisp at all. I like them a little like.
Well, like ravioli kind of thing.
I like mine al dente almost, like a more of a. Like a ravioli.
Yeah.
So when I fry them, I have it actually on a low heat, and I don't like that brown. But that's just the way I like it. Everyone's different.
Plus, the other thing too is if you feel this,
Yeah.
that's not. There's not a lot of brown, but it's fairly firm.
Yeah.
It's fairly firm. But again, something we teach here is a lot of the times it's about you eat with your eyes first.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't look good, why am I going to eat it?
That's why Instagram is so big.
You are not wrong.
You got to make these reels. That's what it is.
That's what I have Chef Darcy and Josie for.
That is true.
That's exactly what I have them for. Because I do not do reels.
Yeah.
I watch them. All right, so we've got our other pierogies over here, and we've got, this is our strawberry. So
you confident those are the...
we're going to roll with it.
You're going to... Okay, because that potato...
We'll find out.
Well, here, let's do this.
Let's dig in.
Let's dig into the extra
I
one we
don't
didn't
know,
use.
mashed potatoes and chocolate sauce don't go with my both things.
So we're going to do this. You good call.
Yeah, I know my pierogies.
Good call.
I know my
Good
pierogies.
call. So we're going to have a few onions in our strawberry ones. Yeah, that happens.
That's okay.
Combining new flavors.
So we're going to put chocolate sauce on our strawberry ones.
Yes, with onions. They're delicious. Sweet onions. It makes the chocolate out.
Where's Tom?
He's going to smack me with something.
I'm not going to smack anybody. I'm not going to smack anybody because it's not worth it. All right, so
That looks Instagrammable. That's nice art there.
is you ready to take a bite?
Yeah, I'm ready to take a bite.
All right, so let's get our
Ladies first, though. We got to like...
Oh, no.
That is the one thing about the strawberry, Lizzie.
Oh, you got a nice piece of
Just
onion
put it in
on
my
that
hand.
one. I don't have rubber gloves.
Well, I'm gonna give you. Make sure you got strawberries.
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What's in the Irish? You say
Oh, I don't know.
slancha.
Slancha?
Slancha.
I
I believe is for Irish. See, she's not old enough to drink, so she doesn't know. You say slancha with the pierogi, or nazdravia would be the nazdravia is the Polish style since this is Poland. I'm gonna burn my tongue on this.
No, you're not.
Huh?
The onions go great with the strawberries, Chef.
They're sweet, right?
They're good. No, the onions go with it well. Nice. That was a good. Nice mix.
All right, so let's try the mashed potato and the.
See, we went with dessert first.
Well, yeah.
I have my
You always go with dessert first.
Well, you know, I have a brother-in-law who does that. We go out to eat. He orders dessert first, eats cake, and then eats dinner. It's real wow. That he
That's
does
very
it.
weird.
Uncle Mike. Well, he's not my Uncle Mike, but my son calls him Uncle Mike. Got to give him a shout out, you know. Oh, creamy.
Creamy, got a little crunch. If we had a few more onions on there, it'd be even better.
Yeah, well, you know, we had the onions with the chocolate, so it's all good.
See, we've always made mine with onions and peppers. In my family, we've always had sauteed onions and peppers.
Oh,
with
and
my
peppers.
pierogies. Yep.
And that's the thing about pierogies. Like you know, there's no right or wrong reason.
They're versatile.
You can do anything you want.
Whether it's sweet or savory.
You know, another thing that's Polish before Lent, I would always say punchki. I know a lot of people say punchki. I call them punchki. I don't know why. That's the way
I call them
fried
donuts.
dough balls. Yeah, donuts. But they have more lard in them than normal dough.
Okay.
A little quick story about this. When we were younger, myself, my brother, and my cousins, we would make punchki at my grandma's house on punchki day, the day before Ash Wednesday. And we would put everything. We would stuff like candy in there, gum. We put bubble gum, and then we'd serve them to like the family, and they were like, "What am I eating? What is in this?" And it was like it became like a tradition, and we just I don't know why. And looking back at it, I don't know why my grandma let us kids with a big pot of grease just throw dough balls and make things, but we did, and the rest of the family was in the living room.
Jeff, we all did kind of weird things when we were younger. Not her. She's not
No,
that old.
no, she's young. Yeah.
Yes.
But we all did those crazy things. But that's okay. We learned.
Well, thank
We
you.
survived.
Thank you for showing us how to make
Thank you.
pierogies. And Lizzie, thanks for joining.
Of
I
course.
don't know why I'm formal shaking your hand here. And good luck to you. I tell you what, when you open Wildflowers, it's Wildflower or Wildflowers?
The wildflower.
The Wildflower.
Yes.
Okay, you let me know because I want to be the first one. I want to be Chef Chris and I are going to be like.
That's
I
right.
was about to say, Chef Chris and Chef
He
Darcy
may be your
would
sous chef by then. I don't know.
I don't know.
But best of luck here at West Virginia Northern, and
Thank you.
And you begin your career,
Yes,
and we'll be looking out for you. And you got a good student or a good teacher here.
I do.
Hope so.
Good couple of teachers. Give a shout out to Chef Darcy. Okay, remember, we're always cooking up a storm, and have fun while you're doing it. Till next time, we're cooking up a storm.
I was the first in my family to go to college.
I was looking to switch careers.
I wanted the highest quality, but most affordable option for a degree.
No matter where you are in life, West Virginia Northern Community College can make your dream of a college degree a reality. With over half of our students being first-generation college students and free tuition for many programs, Northern is the right choice for you.
I can go to college. West Virginia Northern Community College. You belong here.
Cooking Up a Storm, sponsored by West Virginia Northern Community College Culinary Arts Program.